What's going on YouTube? Josh here, bringing you part number 2 of Silver Creek Falls, chapter 1. Remember where we left off? We are getting right back into it, so boom! Number 1, there we go. So, we just got done with the first investigative area, I guess you could say. And it looks like we're going to be heading down to the next section of the area. What is that? This creek is gorgeous. I'm surprised I've never heard of it before. Oh, that's probably because they changed its name recently. It used to be called Nuwadi Amaya. Sounds foreign. What language is that? Cherokee. These lands used to belong to a Cherokee tribe, but they sold it off years back. Sold? When? Oh, this was long ago. The town founder, Jebediah Schwartz, bought most of their land to create this town. How much did he pay? Let me guess. He swapped it off for a few shiny beads and a mirror, right? Not quite. He paid them 50 stallions and 130 rifles. He didn't buy all their land either. Just the land between the west of the creek and the mountain. A bit better, I guess, but still there's a pretty sweet deal he got for himself. They owned the rest till about 20 years ago, when it was then bought out by some venture capitalists. A famous North Carolina banking family, actually. What did they end up doing with it? Nothing. At the end, they sent a few crew of engineers over to look at the land as they wanted to build some high-end apartments up here. They never got around to building it, and just declared it a nature reserve about 10 years ago. Interesting story. I'm trying to figure out what this right here is. I guess it's nothing. I don't think you do that. I don't think you're supposed to just pull your gun out and fire. Whoa, easy there, cowboy. What the hell was that for? Sorry for shooting without warning you two. I saw something stalking us in the woods, like a wolf or something. Haven't been wolves in these parts for a while now. I wouldn't be so sure. Anyway, bring us to the next scene. Alright, so we're going back to the next scene. Alright, sweet. So that was a little out there. What can you tell us about this case, Deputy? We got a call early the morning after the incident at the sorority. Hunters found tons of blood, broken branches, holes in the ground, and the soil all messed up. The sheriff and I took photos, but left the site alone. Thanks. Okay, Sarah. Shall we get to work collecting evidence? Oh, my. Blood sample out of the inventory. More of these big holes. I wonder how deep they go. Sarah, do you smell that smell again? Yes, that mix between ammonia and burnt hair. It's awful. Blood sample. I don't think I need that many blood samples. It's a lot of shell casings. Whoever fired these had the time to squeeze out a few, eh? Question is, was it the assailant or was it the victim? Shell casings adding to inventory. More of these big holes. I wonder how deep they go. Sarah, do you smell that smell again? What? Another... Ugh, I smelled that smell earlier. Oh, another note right here. Another note. So I guess this rolls out a bear-wolf attack. How do you know the note belongs to the assailant? Same type of paper as the note in the sorority house. Let's read it. Note added to the inventory. Let's read the note, guys. He walked alone in the forest to become one with nature. He got his wish. This is all. Alright, so I pretty much got everything over here, right? I think you overlooked some of the evidence of the scene. What? Did I? Oh, this hair is very soft and light. Not human, I'm guessing. Looks like it might have come from a wolf or something. We haven't had wolves in these parts for a while. Bears? Nope. Do people camp here now that it has become a national park? Yeah, of course. Yeah, you have bears. I don't know. This one looks like it might be bears or maybe wolves. Can I go now? Okay, good, I can. Alright, so we're going to go up to the next area of... What was that? It was strange. Oh. What happened here? Tell us what happened here. About 11 o'clock, same day as we got the report in the park, we got a call from a nearby farmer that he saw a car crash. Where's the farm? A bit less than a mile south of here. A mile away? How did he see the crash? His house is on that hill over there. Sorry, kid, but the farmer is telling you some tales. Pitch black night, close to a mile away from over forest ground. I'm sure he heard the crash. But no way in hell did he see it. Was it specific on the details of the crash? No, he wasn't. So what do you, the sheriff, see here? We looked around to see if there was a body. When we found none, we decided to call it a night. We were supposed to come back the next morning, but the sheriff didn't report in that morning. So you left the scene for 2 days? We put the cones in the barriers at that night, so I don't think it was tampered. Kid, the local wildlife are more likely to see those cones as a toilet than a barrier. This whole scene is contaminated. Sorry, I have to agree with her this time. It was pretty dumb leaving this alone this whole time. Anyway, let's look for some evidence. I guess I'll just add all the blood samples since, you know, why not? Get a mad amount. There's another note right there. I just noticed it. I'm going to go through and collect all this stuff. More shell casings. All 3 scenes had casings. What? It looks like whoever is responsible for fired at all his victims. Why is it got to be a guy? This is the South and we're out in the country. A lot of people carry guns around here. Good point, Deputy. Small casings added to shell casing, I should say. A loosely sealed bottle of Merlot. There isn't much left. Interesting. So this story is turning out pretty interesting so far. A lot of detective work. A bit of blood on the inside, but most of it seems to be outside the vehicle. So we can roll out the impact, killing the driver. Well, no body, right? Any ID inside? A bunch of receipts on the floor. Let's get those in case the car plates don't match with the missing person. Wow, you think this might be a stolen vehicle? They slammed pretty hard into that tree, and it was through it straight, not even on a turn. They might have been driving fast to get away from something. You guys really think that 3 cases might not be related? While we do agree that 3 cases this gruesome in a span of 48 hours is highly unusual for a town like this, we should still count for the possibility that all 3 are separate and it was pure coincidence that they happened so close to each other. Sheriff Davis seems sure all 3 were related. Pity Sheriff Davis isn't here. Well, another note. Why am I not surprised? Go ahead and read it. Alright, let's read it. The young rush as if they lack time, but if you rush too much, you risk losing all your time. Let's see what he's saying. Alright, so it should have... Sorry, something just came unplugged or something. I don't know what it was. I think it was... No, it was my printer turned off. Never mind. My printer turned off. Sorry about that, guys! Ah! So, three different cases all happening within a span of 48 hours, so that's the 3 scenes, right? Hold on. Yep. It isn't all piecing together. Did Lee Davis keep any of his case files, notes, or phones in his office? Most of the time, but last I saw him, he wanted to take the stuff home to study it. I have his spare keys if you want to see if he left the files in his house. I think we can learn more if we get access to his case files and notes. Let's go. Let's see if we go to this officer's house, or the sheriff's house, and he's there dead. That'll be pretty random. Jesus, they threw straight into the building. This is the Sheriff Davis' house. The famous man's home. I'm excited. I have a feeling we'll get a much better idea of what's going on if we find his case files. Learn as much as you can about Lee Davis. Find his case files. Whoa. Gun on the bedside table. Pretty intense. Do you see lots of violent crime around here, Deputy? No, not really. A pretty peaceful town. These incidents are the first serious thing to hit this town since the tornadoes 2 years ago. Tornado. It was pretty bad. Some local business had to leave. Actually, the U.S. Army was looking to buy some land here before the tornado hit. Did they end up buying it? No, the tornado dissuaded dissuaded them pretty fast. Also, a lot of the land was in contention. Apparently, the family that bought it was going through some legal problems. Yeah, apparently, years back, they bought it off the Cherokee tribe I told you about earlier. Apparently, they swindled them and gave them a rotten deal for it. U.S. Army didn't want to get involved and lost interest in the land. Interesting. So this is the first place we've been without blood. Uh-oh. Another note. Again? Different handwriting this time. What does it say? If you want to know the truth, John 6:3-4. That's from the Bible. Let's see if we can find one. The sheriff was a religious man, so I'm sure there's a Bible around here. John 6:3. John 6:3. Hey, look, keys. There's no car parked outside, so I don't think those are car keys. Yeah, his car is gone. Those aren't his house keys either, as they don't look like the copy I have. Best we hang on to these. Lots of classic literature. This guy should love to read. Photos from Antarctica. Bet it's on this shelf. Some books. There's a Bible sticking out from the rest. Yes! Sir, they said, from now on, give us this bread. I wonder what that could mean. Most likely something to do with the keys, since he obviously left house for someone to find. Oh yeah, the sheriff has a storage unit somewhere. This might be the clue as to where. Alright guys, but with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and save it right here and end this episode here. I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I know this wasn't really a very detailed one, but the next one I'm hoping to be a little bit more detailed. I don't know how far off we are from actually learning what's going on. But with that being said though guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember, my name is Josh, and I will catch you guys in the next video!